Hello, my name is Jonica Hunt, and I am a citizen of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina, and I am a proud pirate. I come today to share the ECU Indigenous Land Acknowledgement. A land acknowledgement is a way that people insert awareness of Indigenous presence and the land in everyday life. We acknowledge the Tuscarora people, who are the traditional custodians of the land on which we work and we live. We recognize their continuing connections to the land, water, and air that Greenville consumes. We pay respects to the 8 recognized tribes of North Carolina: Coharie, Eastern Band of Cherokee, Hallowasaponi, Lumbee, Meherrin, Occaneechi Band of Saponi, Wakamasuan, and all nations and the elders past, present, and emerging. Thank you.
Great job. So I want to welcome everybody. My name is Eric Newble. I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor here in Student Affairs. I'm one of our Associate Vice Chancellors. This is a great day, probably 2 years in the making, a lot longer than that, but obviously 2 years in the making. So happy you could be here to celebrate. I'm going to serve as your Master of Ceremonies today to kind of get us through this, and really encourage you when you get a chance, especially when we're done with the ceremony, to walk around. There are QR codes around that you can access on your phone that will take you to the website that will also give more explanation of the land acknowledgement and the history of Indigenous people here in Eastern North Carolina and related to ECU. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome our Chancellor at East Carolina University, Dr. Phillip Rogers.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone in the back hear me okay? Thumbs up. All right, very good. Well, good afternoon. It's great to see all of you. It is an honor, it's a privilege to be with you today, and what a beautiful reading of the ECU Land Acknowledgement. Thank you very much for that. What a picture-perfect day we have for this celebration. We're very, very fortunate to be able to experience this beautiful Eastern North Carolina weather, and what a joy it is to look out and see so many dedicated members of the ECU family, the ECU community, who are here with us today for this event. I bring you greetings. I bring you a warm welcome on behalf of all of us at East Carolina University, and I thank you for joining us today as we dedicate this space to recognize and to honor the Indigenous people of our nation, including the many Native and Indigenous faculty, staff, and students who've selected East Carolina University as their workplace, who've selected Greenville, North Carolina as their home, and this campus as your higher education community. We're grateful to have all of you. Today is a celebration for all of us, and I'm very intentional about emphasizing those 3 words, all of us. Today is a celebration for all of us. If you know me well, you hear me talk often about the importance of embracing and becoming one ECU, one connected community, one united community, one East Carolina University. And this celebration truly in every way embraces the spirit of that phrase, one ECU. We celebrate diversity and inclusion as we pay homage to the 8 state-recognized tribes of North Carolina and the 4 Indian organizations who advance the interests of the Indigenous population within our state. We dedicate this perpetual site as a symbol of ECU's acknowledgement of the told and untold history, the culture, and the contributions of the Native people of this land. And with this ceremony, we together memorialize this day in the history of East Carolina University. Just as the Indigenous people of our country provided innumerable and countless contributions to our society, the space we dedicate today represents so very much to all of us. It's a place to recognize and to honor a people and their ancestors. It's a place where we can come to think. It's a place where we can come to reflect. It's a reminder of the many different cultures, backgrounds, and identities that we celebrate here at East Carolina University. It's a reminder that our university's motto, Sowire, meaning to serve, extends to all pirates. It's a reminder that as we advance our mission of student success and public service and of regional transformation, that we advance that mission for all that we serve. East Carolina University is a beautiful place. We're a quilt woven together with many different people from many different cultures and from many different backgrounds. The differences among members of the ECU community are our strength. Our greatest advantage within our community is the diversity among all of us. And it makes us all stronger as we learn from and as we respect one another. If the past 20 months of this pandemic-induced environment have shown us anything, they've shown us the need to appreciate those around us, to appreciate moments of human connection, to celebrate the opportunities we have, and to take absolutely nothing for granted. As I close, I'll state unequivocally that I am and that ECU is committed to acknowledging, to honoring, and to celebrating the Indigenous people of our state and of our nation. The dedication of this space is just one of the ways that we, together as one ECU, will do so. Let us never forget that East Carolina University is a special place. It's a special place that's made special because of all of its people. Thank you all for being a part of this momentous day, and let's continue our conversation with our next.
It's my pleasure to invite up Greg Richardson from the North Carolina Commission of Indian Affairs. He is the director of the commission. Please welcome Greg Richardson.
Thank you so much. Thank you. First of all, I just want to thank you and the Great Spirit for this wonderful day and at this place, at this time in our history. East Carolina University and Chancellor Rogers has had an opportunity to make history, to put their imprint on history at this fine institution. So today we can all take pleasure and pride in this event in that American Indians, Native Americans have not been forgotten in this state. So before I go into some other remarks, I would be remiss if I didn't ask our chiefs, and I see a couple chiefs, Chief Cecil Hunt. Where's our Chief Maharan? Stand and be recognized. Chiefs, okay? Thank you. Chief Maharan, Chief Tuscarora, okay? Other chiefs, don't want to overlook anybody. Want to also ask any tribal council members that are here today to please stand and be recognized. Any tribal council members of our tribes. Thank you, Patrick. I want to also ask someone to step forward who's the great state chief, Governor Cooper's representative, Quinn Godwin over here. Quinn? Thank you. Quinn Spaulding is also chairman of the Lumbee tribe in North Carolina. And then finally to our artist. I know we have distinguished Sonora Lynch here. I'd like other artists. Sonora, would you lead by standing and other artists in the crowd to stand and be recognized? Okay. Sonora Lynch, Hallowasaponi. Her work is in the Smithsonian, the Museum in History, and all over this world. Sonora, do a fine job, and thank you so much for that. As you've already heard, this is Indian Heritage Month in this state and this nation. Governor Cooper has proclaimed November as Indian Heritage Month, and our president has proclaimed Indian Heritage and Indigenous Peoples Month from that level. So let's give these leaders a round of applause for recognizing us and that letting folks know that we are not forgotten, that we are still here, and that we deserve a place in this history and this environment. So today we're here at East Carolina University, the home of the Pirates, who's taken the lead in this region to do something for us as a people. You know, there's a lot of rich history here, not too far from here, over at Fort New Aroka, where a great massacre occurred back in time. Sad point in our history, but it does exist. That history no one can argue with. So while that happened, We're just so pleased to see that American Indians are now making their way in our other state, and institutional leaders providing an opportunity for us to be recognized and to stand with this country. Charlie Ewing over here is an old friend. I hadn't seen him quite some time. We're emailing back and forth. Just in the last 24 hours, to just give you a tidbit of the kind of things that we have to deal with. We're dealing with some archaeology issues, and it involves American Indian remains. And I can tell you that there are people out there that still want to pilfer our graves, people who want to take our ancestors' remains and do what they want to with them. But we're so pleased that in this state, long ago, there's people like Charlie Ewing over here, people at Cultural Resources in Raleigh, and our State Indian Commission that put some statutes on the books that protect our ancestors, our deceased families and members. So we're so pleased with that. So this month, we're celebrating Indian Heritage Month. And the main kickoff is at the Museum of History, and it's going to be done in a virtual setting. So if you want to go and look at the performances and be a part of this event, you can go online to the North Carolina Museum of History Indian Heritage Month celebration, which will be virtual, and you'll be able to view storytelling. You'll be able to view artists with their work in play. Sonora, I bet Sonora's going to be there. See, told you. She's always out front. She was at the state fair. She's letting people know, again, we are still here, folks. And that art that we keep alive, that jewelry that we wear, those bolos that we wear, those messages that we bring is just so important for us to teach our young to keep that spirit alive. So Chancellor Rogers, I have something that I want to present to you today that is fresh off the press. This is, if you'll step forward, I want to present to the Chancellor today a copy of the 2021 Indian Heritage Month poster that's all over the state. And it is virtual, so we'll be able to provide you one in a virtual setting. I think I sent Charlie Ewing one earlier, and with the governor's proclamation. So we wanted to, in your presence today, present you with something that we can just say thank you for what you and your leaders, your team is doing here on this university. As you can see, the theme of this year's Indian Heritage Month is strong roots in changing times. Aren't we living in changing times with COVID and everything that we see around us? Strong roots we have, strong roots we will survive. And so I wanted to present the Chancellor one of these. And Carl Anthony Hunt is another one of our artists who did the artwork here. I want to say a little bit about what is in the photo of the Indian Heritage Month poster. You'll see cypress trees. Those of you who read the Bible and know about the cypress, they're some of the oldest trees in the world. These trees exist here in eastern North Carolina. And the protrusions at the bottom of the tree is actually on the banks of the Coharie River, several miles away from here with the Coharie people. Do we have any Coharie people here today? If not, just wanted to give them an acknowledgement for what they're doing with their river. Ladies and gentlemen, they are cleaning up the Coharie River. They're removing trash, debris, and trees. And this scene was taken on the banks of the Coharie River, Chancellor.
Beautiful.
So we wanted to present you with one of these today.
Thank you so much. Very honored. Thank you.
And Miss Hunt, where is she? Alicia? Come over and stand with me. I'm going to present you with one of the posters from the Museum of History, and I've got a poster for you as well. Now, we're proud of this young lady. Don't be afraid to step up. I've watched her for many, many years. She's completing her graduate degree pretty soon, and she's already told me she's going to need a job. So, Charlie, we're going to have to look out for her, and Chancellor, we're going to have to look out for her. But she's a role model, folks. I'm so proud of our youth who are attending college, graduating, going on to do great things. And we're going to have a conversation about an employment opportunity because we'd sure like to steal you up at the Commission of Indian Affairs. Thank you. That concludes my remarks. I'm going to be around. Would love to have some conversations with many of you about the work of the commission. Time won't allow us to go into a lot of details about that at the microphone here at the podium, but I'll be around for the duration. So thank you for this opportunity to make some comments. Thank you again, Chancellor, for what you're doing here on campus.
So next, we would like to have, we have the honor, or we would like to have an honor song sung by Dave Locklear, who is a citizen of the Tuscarora tribe. Honor songs are special songs sung to honor a particular person, persons, or events. It is customary to stand in silence to show respect when our honor song is sung. Honor songs are always announced before they are sung. Today we are honoring this special occasion as well as Indigenous people across the world. At this time, if you are able to do so, we would like you to stand. My pleasure to introduce Dave Locklear.
Chwant na wat neru, wakajanan di gane gide, skarude, di wakat nukne, di sne hot skarude, unawa yuga, waknene, at the watnek wasnek. In Tuscarora, we really don't have honor songs. We have songs for namings, we have songs, family songs, but we have a lot of friendship songs. So a better representation today is a friendship song that I'll be singing for you to better honor this occasion. So here we go, a friendship song.
So at this time, it's my pleasure to welcome the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs here at East Carolina University, Dr. Virginia Hardy.
Okay, before I start, I just have to say something to Mr. Richardson. Where are you? Don't come stealing our good people. Alicia Hunt, don't listen to him. Don't listen. All right, folks. It is a great day to be a pirate, and as Dr. Newell said, this has been a long time in the making, but it is worth the wait, very much worth the wait, and we're excited to be able to have this honor here and to have what you see today and what is coming later with the help of Ms. Lynch. We will have an opportunity to do some artwork, mosaic tiles here. You'll hear a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. But this is going to continue to grow and to be a representative of our indigenous people and to celebrate the contributions not only to North Carolina, but to the US of A. So thank you all again for being here. One aspect of our mission here at East Carolina is to improve the quality of life through cultural enrichment. The telling of the indigenous story and recognizing that our campus is part of a region that is located within and connected with the history of this region's indigenous people is indicative of ECU embracing inclusivity, acceptance, and providing a keen sense of belonging to all of our students, our faculty, our staff, and even our alums. Multicultural spaces such as this one allows for the engagement of our students and our employees to experience the culture of others and the history in a very holistic and respectful way. These spaces play a key role in student recruitment as well as retention, as they provide a safe space for students to develop a deeper connectivity to the campus, the institution, and to the community at large. This space is one part of the answer to making everyone feel welcome here at East Carolina. As the Chancellor said, we are one ECU. The space is intentional in being shaped as a circle. The circle formation was used during tribal meetings as the arrangement provided interconnectedness and assured that everyone in the circle was heard. Talking circles, peace circles, healing circles, whatever name you chose to reference them, are deeply rooted in the cultures of many indigenous and African cultures. But in each, they foster respect and group cohesion. Multicultural spaces are not about walling off certain groups or creating cliques. They are about opening, removing walls, and creating community. We here at ECU are hoping to create that community and to build that community. We are proud of our current enrollment of indigenous people here. We're students. Our goal is to, of course, to increase that in our undergraduate population, our graduate and professional population as well. And all of the students right now that we currently have here at ECU represent all of the tribes of North Carolina. We're also very excited about what ECU does in regards to the type of programming and services offered to our students. We have our annual powwow, and we have our Heritage Month presentation and programs such as this one. We're the founding home to two indigenous Greek organizations, Epsilon Chi Nu Fraternity and Sigma Omicron Epsilon Incorporated. We are very excited to continue to grow the programming and the opportunities for our indigenous students, and we want many more of them to come to East Carolina. So if you want to learn more about ECU to help those in your community to make the right decision to come to ECU, Alicia and others are more than welcome, willing to have that conversation. Thank you all so very much. It is a pleasure to see such a great crowd here, and the fact that you gathered with us today serves to remind us just how important it is to be supportive of the endeavors to serve our students. Thank you so very much. I'll turn it back over to Dr. Newell.
So this wonderful space is going to have a home that is going to ensure that the space is maintained, kept up, and built on. That home will be the Lidonia Wright Cultural Center, and I'm proud to welcome up to the podium Dr. Marissa James, the LWCC Director.
Good afternoon. Each year, the Lidonia Wright Cultural Center collaborates with the East Carolina Native American Organization, Epsilon Chi Nu Incorporated, Sigma Omicron Epsilon Incorporated, and the Office for Equity and Diversity and other campus and community partners to host cultural education programs and initiatives such as the Powwow, the My Culture's Not a Costume campaign, Indigenous Peoples Day, and the upcoming Native American Heritage Month speaker to celebrate the Indigenous community. At the annual powwow, students are immersed in Native American culture and have the opportunity to learn about traditional dances and regalia, listen to stories about traditions in Native American culture, and actively participate in cultural enrichment and in the cultural enrichment and educational event. The My Culture is Not a Costume campaign is held throughout the month of October. The purpose of this campaign is to reduce the use of stereotypical costumes that represent some cultures. The Indigenous Peoples Day celebration aims to reframe the narrative of Christopher Columbus as a hero and instead focus on the communities that have often been overshadowed through this celebration, the Indigenous peoples of North America. The Native American Heritage Month celebration aims to recognize the achievements and contributions of the first Americans to the United States. This year's Native American Heritage Month celebration, featuring Brittany Turner, will be held virtually on November 17th at 6 p.m. This land acknowledgement and space will demonstrate ECU's commitment to diversity, scholarship, and service. Not only will the acknowledgement show the impact of the Indigenous peoples, but it will serve to educate non-Indigenous students, faculty, staff, and anyone that visits our beautiful campus. These efforts will encourage unity, education, and collaboration throughout Pirate Nation. In addition, the particular location will enhance the recruitment of prospective faculty, staff, and students. Thank you.
So now everybody get your phones ready. We're going to cut a ribbon. So I would like to ask for the group that's going to be standing behind the ribbon representing East Carolina University would be Chancellor Rogers and Dr. Hardy. If you want to head on over to the ribbon. Representing our state, obviously, is going to be Greg Richardson. Students, Jonica Hunt, Justice Beverly, also Alicia Hunt, Jolene Lowry, and James Rudd, part of the planning committee that made this space possible. If you could all get ready and stand behind the ribbon, we'll give you your scissors. Yes, I'm just taking a picture first, otherwise I won't be able to. Okay, scissors ready. When we get to 1. 3, 2, 1. As we end our presentation today, we have a couple more items to cover. One is going to be a celebratory performance by Dave Locklear, and also Cheyenne Daniel will be dancing.
Hello everyone, my name is Cheyenne Daniel and I'm a member of the Haliwasaponi tribe. And it's an honor to be here and share a dance with you guys and in this opening of this space. and recognizing our Indigenous peoples. We heard earlier, she talked about the circle, that special, that shape is like these hoops, and it represents the circle of life, like Mother Earth, just how everything is a circle eventually, you know. And so it's, I just felt it on my heart to dance this dance for you guys today, and I'm a new hoop dancer, so this is by far from what a professional hoop dance looks like, but this is what I'm going to give back to Mother Earth today. So thank you all for being here, and thank you to everyone who played a role in making this happen. So thank you. And thanks for Dave for singing for me.
Come on, another round of applause for that. That was beautiful. So we are going to close today with a message from Alicia Hunt, and you've heard a number of people talk about her. We are very lucky to have her in the Division of Student Affairs and working in the building behind me. We also have to say that she's really been one of the key champions for social justice, for the Indigenous people, and for all communities here at ECU. So I just want to take a moment to recognize her for this endeavor, for this point that she's reached, that she's been working on for so long, and I can't wait to hear, probably in the next hour, the next idea she has that she wants me to work on to come up. But for that, before she gets up here, let's give her a huge round of applause.
Thank you all, and thank you, Dave and Shai, for that beautiful song and dance. As many of you know, I'm kind of the person in the corner. I'm not up front in speaking, so please bear with me. It's not me for up here. Today is, and will continue to be, a day of remembrance for many of us, for our ancestors, our future students. This is something that has been in our minds and hearts for forever. While remembering the past, we're continuing looking ahead to the future with pride in who we are and what we continue to achieve, being able to see a reflection of us in this space right here at ECU. As you all notice, this particular location served as a perfect public display of our acknowledgement, as you see over here on my left, behind many of you. As you know, this is not the final place or the final event for this space. We have a second phase of this space, which will be a permanent art display by Miss Sonora Lynch, if you don't mind standing up, Miss Sonora. We've been working with her for a period of time and getting feedback from many of our community members. So, in this space, before you leave today, I want you to say a prayer, because as she's envisioning what's going on here, those prayers are going to be sent to her at night when she comes up with her artwork for this space. And once it's finished, I want you to come here and sit, pray, observe the sun, thank the Creator for everything that is happening here. For more information about this space and what's going on, and if you feel like you want to donate and for potential projects, like Eric said, I've always got an idea. We have QR codes spread out around this space. So all you do is hold your phone up and link to it. And our person, if you want to happen to write a check today or give a donation or anything, our person in the back is Will Williams. He's waving his hand in the back. And on behalf of East Carolina University, we sincerely thank you all for being here today, being a part of this spatial dedication, and look forward to our future events. As a part of our token of appreciation for you all attending today, we have tobacco bundles, which are located up here to the right. In the basket, we give away tobacco as a part of our heritage and culture as a sign of respect and thanks to people. And before we actually started the event, Chief Cecil blessed our ceremony, or blessed our space, and we had some other elders also going around with cedar and tobacco as a part of prayer, so that way the Creator had this event flow the way it was supposed to. And as you see today, it is the most perfect day in November in North Carolina. Again, we thank you all for joining us today. Feel free to hang out if you want to. We do have a donor event, a private event later on in the Board of Trustees suite. And you all are more than welcome to attend. It will be taking place. You go in the Board of Trustees suite, and feel free to come up here and grab your tobacco bundles and some other additional information. Again, thank you, Nawe, and I appreciate you all for coming.